Good enough. All right, so we're gonna make a ball. All right. Make a disc. Oh, nope, I got stuck. So at this point, I'm gonna use a little shortening, I'm gonna use a little cornstarch so it doesn't stick on the counter. Yep. So that's what this is. I actually use cornstarch. Rolling pin. And this is more than enough. I probably don't need this much to do just a 6-inch cake. Okay. You could also cover this cake in rolled buttercream, candy clay. You could probably just ice it in buttercream. I don't think you'd have to use fondant, but I think the fondant makes it look more like fabric. I can see it, so I can feel it's getting thinner. Make sure you're picking it up and moving it because you don't want it to stick to the counter. It's not going to continue to stretch if it's stuck. And then, of course, you can't pick it up. Okay, I think that's about thick enough. That's good. Yeah, it feels good. All right. So we are ready to plop it on our cake. My buttercream did not crust. However, if your buttercream has crusted, that means it's not going to stick, and you want it to stick. See, it's still wet. So you want it to stick. So if it has, just a tiny little spritz of water or alcohol so that the fondant will stick to the cake. All right. Just lay that on. Okay, and I want to get those creases. Almost looks like a hot cross bun. With the hand, just smoothing it. Make sure you get those parts there. And like I said, you could do, oops, I got a crumb in there. You could do a thicker layer of buttercream underneath it. I don't like to go too thick, but you could. Just smooth it out a little. See how I pull it apart and then just smooth it? Let me cut off the excess here. Where's my little knife tool? Here we go. You can use your spatula or a pizza cutter, whatever you've got handy to cut the extra fondant off. This is just going to dry out, which you don't want it to do. So just pop that back in its little baggie. Let's get the other side. 6-inch cakes are the best to cover. They're easy to manage, easy to handle. It's your first cake, make it a 6-incher. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And I'm just going to cut the rest of this off with my spatula, which is over here. Sorry about that. Now, normally I wouldn't leave this long of a piece on because it'll stretch and tear what's up here, but it's just a 6-incher. I cut it a little short right there. Don't worry, that's all going to be covered up by that base. The base fondant, there's a strip of yellow fondant that's going to go around here for the crown, the base of the crown. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay, it's looking good. We'll smooth it a little bit. Now, one thing that those cakes did show is that it kind of curved in a little bit. I don't know. I think that some crowns do and some don't. They'll curve in. So if you actually want to put a little bit of an angle on here, you can. I decided I did not want to do that. So the less carving, the better. Okay. All right. We're ready to plop it on the board and start making our other pieces.